American financial collapse videos started going viral on China's social media, most people's instinct was Chinese people must be watching this from a distance, maybe with sympathy or even with satisfactions. But that instinct is wrong. And the reason why tells you very important things about both countries. Millions of Chinese people watched this video and they didn't go like, whoa, poor Americans. They thought, wow, it's us. The reaction is what this video is exactly about. The term is kill line. It's not about being poor, it's about the speed. One event, a job loss, a medical bill, a car crash, it can trigger a chain reaction. Each link closes a door, and before you have time to recover, you've already gone from stable to crisis. And the 2023 Fed report put a number on it. 37% of American adults can not cover a $400 emergency. That's a car repair, that's one urgent care visit. So what number really means is, for more than a third of Americans, there is already nothing between their current life and a worse situation. That's the kill line. Keep that mechanism in head. So why this land so hard in China? I have a friend with really good salary. So we were having drinks and she said, I'm not worried about my boss, but I'm scared about my parents getting sick because she knows exactly what that would be to her time and cash flow. Between the mortgage and monthly expenses, her liquid buffer is very thin actually. One serious medical event, the precisely calculated math can immediately stop working. She is not irresponsible, she's just one situation away. That's not an American story, that's a Shanghai story. And it's not just her standalone case. Almost every friend I have right now, employed or just being laid off, good income or average income, they are all doing the same thing. They are building a second income stream. It's a backup skill, not because they're desperate, but because they've stopped trusting a single employer to determine their financial fate. Job market is shrinking and feels unpredictable. That feeling is widespread, so it's rational to think so. So when the kill line concept showed up on Chinese social media, it spread so quickly because it gave people a very precise name of something they've been worrying for quite a long time. Even the specific triggers can be different, but the core fear is identical. How thin is this floor that we are currently standing on? Now, here's where China and the US genuinely diverge, and it's worth being clear about. In the US, the default financial behavior is credit forward. You buy ahead of your income. You zero down the car loans. You buy and pay later, pretty much leveraged lifestyles. It is a very optimistic model because it assumes your income will grow, but it also means when income stops, the buffer is also zero. And in China, the default runs the quite opposite direction. You build savings before you expand your lifestyle. This is true across generations. Old generations, they live through the absolute poverty. Saving was survival. Younger generation like mine, we didn't live through that, but we inherited the instinct. I'll use mine as an example. Every year I do a simple calculation. If I stopped earning tomorrow, how long can I live my current standard? Right now my answer is 5 years. The number feels very important to me personally, not because I'm paranoid, because it's quite stabilizing. I know where I am right now. What's changed recently isn't the saving habit, it's that people are getting more deliberate about it. They are getting more conscious. They're not just cutting expenses, they are recalibrating. No more frequent expensive dinners. But people still care about living standard. They are optimizing instead of retreating. This is the buffer zone. It doesn't mean Chinese or China has no kill line. Returning to poverty through illness or returning to poverty through debt are real here too. But structurally, the preparation can look quite different. So what does it mean that the term hits so hard right now? I think it reflects recalibration that's been quietly building for a few years. The era of charging forward with your eyes closed, aggressive leverage, assume the trajectory only goes up. The era feels over for most ordinary people in China. What's replacing isn't pessimism. It's a more clear calculation, less focus on how high the ceiling can go. Instead, it's more focused on how solid the floor is. And that shift is visible in behavior. Second income stream, smarter expenses, explicit calculations. People are not just talking about that in a panicked way. They are talking about it very practically. The Q line just give their conversations a sharper language. A term from American financial life across 10,000 kilometers and went viral in China. Not because the system are the same, they're not, but because the underlying question is so universal. How much buffer do I actually have? And it turns out that question sounds the same in different language. If the question hit hard on you too, wherever you are watching this, drop in the comment. I'll read all of them. See you in next video.